Out of Shadow. Roots of Creation, Book 1. Written by Jason Hamilton. Narrated by Liza Jacob. Chapter 1. Jack couldn't move. Her breathing increased, and she tried to bring her arms to her sides, to push herself out of bed. Her arms stayed where they were. What was going on? Why couldn't she move or see anything? Was she dead? She tried to thrash about, to move anything, even a finger, but nothing worked. She could still feel herself in her bed, presumably still in her father's small hut on the outskirts of Riverbrook. Of course she was. How could she have been moved in the night? That made no sense. Besides, she thought she could still hear the bleating of their sheep outside. She struggled to move once more, with no result. A low rumble shook the room around her, and she stopped all efforts to move. Someone was there, inside the room. She could feel it. She could sense it. She tried to speak, to call for her father, for anyone, but she couldn't. Try as she might, she couldn't even get her lips to part. She must be dead. That was the only explanation. But no, she was still breathing. But her chest moving up and down was the only movement she felt. Well, that and the beating of her heart, which seemed to shake her entire body. The rumble came again. It rattled the bed she slept in as well as her bones. Was it an earthquake? Surely her father would feel that and come for her. But no, it didn't feel exactly like an earthquake. She'd felt those before, this close to the mountains. This rumble rose and fell. Wait, Jack's mind began to catch up with her. Those were words, hidden in the low vibrations. Deep and powerful, but there. "Is it you?" was all she could make out. Me what? Only after the words came out of her mouth did she realize that she could speak again. She almost laughed out loud with joy. But before she could call for her father, the vice-like darkness pressed into her again. "You are a child of shadow. Are you the one?" "I'm just Jack." She was suddenly curious, despite the terrifying force that accompanied the voice. "I'm no one." The voice growled, not quite like an animal, but not quite human either. Then, with a suddenness that took Jack by surprise, the dark force left her. Her
Sample complete. Ready to continue?